New at 5 o'clock, a 31-year-old Fountain woman who police say had sexually assaulted a 13-year-old boy is avoiding prison time.
Prosecutors offered her a plea deal even after she gave birth to a baby conceived with the teen. KRDO News Channel 13 Spencer Soysher joins us live from the El Paso County Courthouse where that plea deal was taken. And Spencer, the mother of that boy, is furious about the deal.
Bart and Heather, Andrea Serrano pleaded guilty to an amended charge of incest, though the 13-year-old boy's mother says that they have absolutely no relation. She said she objected to this plea deal when the DA's office showed it to her. Still, it didn't matter, and it appears Serrano is going to avoid prison time.
There's no blood relation. There should be no, incest charge being allowed.
Originally charged with sexual assault on a child, Andrea Serrano is avoiding prison time. She struck a deal, pleading guilty to incest only. The boy's mother is upset with that deal because police say Serrano gave birth to a child she conceived with the 13-year-old.
Had my son have been a little girl and this had been a 31-year-old man, they would be seeking incarceration, which they are not. And I don't think that they realize that, boy or girl, this is going to follow him for the rest of his life.
KRDO is concealing the identity of the boy's mother because her son is a victim of a sex crime. In May of
This is a sick behind story, guys, for real. Just like the mom said, imagine if the roles were reversed and it was a 30-year-old man and a 13-year-old girl, right? There would have been a whole tirade of women of the this movement out here won, the head for this guy. But since it was a woman that did it to a little boy, I bet on social media, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here. You can go ahead and correct me. I bet there was a huge tirade of some nasty behind woman out here that probably said she was doing that boy a favor, right? Guys, this is sick. A 31-year-old woman who assaulted a 13-year-old boy. She took a plea deal because she was pregnant to not get any jail time. Now, with this story, guys, you would think that maybe there would be some form of social media outrage, some media outrage, but no, that's not how it works. Okay, This once again goes against the thing that boys or men cannot be victims of sexual assault. But when you hear stories like this and you hear that the woman faces absolutely no jail time, it just goes to show the double standard between men and women and how they don't actually take things seriously.
Last year, Fountain police claim Serrano admitted to them she was drunk when she had sex with the 13-year-old boy in her car and then was carrying his child. The boy's mother said she told the district attorney's office she was not okay with this plea deal.
It's not necessarily uncommon.
Legal expert Jeremy Lowe says giving someone a charge they aren't guilty of is not abnormal.
Oftentimes there's plea bargains that get people to what's called essentially fictional pleas.
But the mother says the boy wanted her prosecuted too and believes a fictional plea shouldn't be offered.
I feel like she's getting a slap on the wrist for a crime that shouldn't be taken lightly. It's double standards in my eyes.
The district attorney's office would not talk with us about this case today because Serrano hasn't been sentenced yet. We did, however, speak with Serrano's mother, who says the baby is in the NICU right now and that they haven't done any paternity tests that would be able to prove that it is the 13-year-old's child. Reporting live in Colorado Springs, I'm Spencer Soysher for KRDO News Channel 13.
Once again, imagine if the roles were reversed here. There would be a much more bigger outrage, and the death of this 31-year-old, if it was a 31-year-old man who did it to a 13-year-old girl, there would be a huge outrage. There would be a much more bigger outrage here. But because it was a woman, she got off. Actually, she basically just got off. I gotta look more into this later on, so I can give an update. There was no probation, no jail time. Is she going to be put on the sex offenders list? I have no idea. Like I said, I just got into the story. I got to look more into it. This is a sick story right here. This is a sick person right here. There is no way in hell that a grown woman who has sex with a underage child got pregnant and she got off scot-free. And this is what a lot of us have been saying right here. How the system is more in favor for women to do things like this. Whether it would be malicious actions or whether it be false accusations, whether it be anything of that sort. The system is more in favor for a woman who commit crimes like this. But if it was the guy that did the same thing, that man would have been facing 15 to life. Or most likely, depending on the state you're in, most likely would have been facing the death penalty. Right? But since it's a woman, they let the woman get away with it scot free. And they gave this sick freak a plea deal. So she won't face jail time. And once again, I gotta look more into this to see if they're gonna put her on the sex offender registry list. Okay, because if they didn't, then it absolutely shows how the system is in favor for women who do these sort of heinous crimes against little boys, against men, that they don't actually care about what happens when it pertains to if the victim was a male or a boy. They don't care. They really don't. But guys, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. If you want to share the story, man, make sure you share it, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, hit the notification bell. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.